Hi everyone, welcome back to Miss Knottie Macrame. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a mini basket using cotton cords and a simple weaving technique. The tools that you will need for this tutorial are a knotting board or a cork board, 4 pins with one that's different to mark the beginning of each row, a pair of scissors, a measuring tape, either forceps, a crochet hook, or a tapestry needle. Just use whichever one you have available. And lastly, fabric glue or glue gun. For this project, you will need 4mm braided cotton cord. You can also use single strand cord or twisted cord if you prefer. But I recommend avoiding cords that are too soft, as your basket won't hold its shape nicely. You will also need another cord that in different color, around 1 or 2mm thick for the basket handle. You can use any type of cord you like for this. And now, cut the following. To start the project, we will create a basket base using a blend weaving technique. First, lay down 9 cords vertically, 3 cords at a time. Then place another 9 cords horizontally, 3 cords at a time as well, and weave them together. Make sure to weave the center tightly, align all the cords properly, and ensure all the ends are even. I'm placing the design on my turntable to make the knotting and showing you easier. If you don't have the turntable like mine, that's okay. You just rotate your design toward you as you work. Now, fold the 18-meter cord in half and use it to wrap around the first 3 cords. Pin the one that's different from the others to mark the beginning. Next, twist the long cords and wrap them around the next 3 cords. This means the long cord that's on the top will now be at the bottom of the 3 cords that you should wrap. We continue twisting and wrapping around every set of 3 cords. On the next side, we continue wrapping the same way. Then we will use a pin to secure the corner. Keep twisting and wrapping around every set of 3 cords. At some point, your long cords might get very twisted. If that happens, you should hold one of the cords and start pulling. This will release the twist and you can continue wrapping later. We just finished wrapping every 3 cords in the first row. When you reach the bin at the beginning, continue wrapping using the same technique for the next 3 rows. We will have a total of 4 rows, wrapping every 3 cords. Once you finish the 4 rows, continue wrapping, but this time wrap only 2 cords at a time. We will keep twisting and wrapping every set of 2 cords for the next 4 rows. Make sure to push each row close to each other and leaving no space between them. Once you finish, your basket space should be around 12 cm or 5 inches in diameter. If you haven't reached that yet, you can add 1 or 2 more rows to meet the measurement. Now, to create the body and shape the baskets, I'm using my candle to help form the shape. My candle has a diameter and height of about 10 cm or 4 inches. Place the design on top of the candle. You can use double-sided tape to hold the design securely in place for nothing. Now we start wrapping again, but this time we wrap 1 cord at a time for the rest of the basket's body. Slowly twist and wrap all the cords, following the shape of the candle until your long cord reaches 10 cm or 4 inches on each end. Don't worry if the rows feel a little bit loose to you. In the next step, we will tuck the ends in the back to help the basket keep its shape. Use a pin to secure the last wrap. Now you can remove the design out of the candle and get ready for the finishing touch on the baskets. Now we're back for the finishing touch. It's time to flip the design inside out. The next step is we will tuck all the ends into the body to shape the baskets. We will tuck each end into the next third vertical row of wraps on the right. I'm going to demonstrate how to use the three tools that I mentioned earlier: a crochet hook, a tapestry needle, and forceps, so you can see how each one works. Continue tucking until you reach the row where we started, wrapping one cord at a time. Continue tucking each end into the next vertical row of wraps. When you reach the last wrap where we pinned, bring the two long wrapping ends to the front and continue tucking the rest until the end. Now, we also need to tuck the two wrapping ends into the back. They don't need to go all the way, just a few rows in the back are fine. After that, we use a pair of scissors to trim all the ends close to the wraps. Then we can use fabric glue or glue gun to secure all the ends. Now it's time to flip the design inside out again. Gently adjust the shape of the basket with your hand and get ready to make the handles. To create the first handle, fold the 80 cm cord in half and pass its end through the basket from the front to the back, about 2 cm from the top. Next, use the thin color cord to wrap all the ends with a gathering knot. You can pull the long ends to push the gathering nut up and tighten the handle. Use the scissors to trim all the end of the gathering knot, then tuck the end inside the knot for a clean look. After that, we cut the two short ends of the white cords. In the next step, we pass the two ends of the white cord through a hole that's 5 rows next to the first one, around 5 centimeters from the first one. Make sure it's aligned together. Now we adjust the two white cords to align together as well and make sure they have a good length for the handle, around 9 or 10 centimeters, or longer if you prefer. Then we use another thin color cord to wrap all the ends with another gathering knot. We finish the handle by adding a few dabs of glue to secure the ends. To create the second handle, fold the basket in half. Make sure both sides are even and find the equal spots for the handle. Then use the same technique as the first handle to create the second one. That's it. You should finish your own mini basket using weaving technique. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again in the next tutorial. Goodbye.